Hello, this is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. So happy to be joined today by Ken Hecht, who is Vice President, Engineering and International Sales with MSE Audio. Really appreciate having the opportunity to chat with you, Ken, especially in the context of our Performance Audio Deep Dive, which will be all over commercialintegrator.com throughout the month of May. And of course, the cover feature in the May issue of Commercial Integrator. I know you have a lot of insights and wisdom to share, so thank you for joining me and thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
So let's get right into it. In the sidebar that you contributed to the May issue, talking about the Performance Audio Deep Dive, you mentioned how about over a decade ago, SoundTube Entertainment, in a sense, kind of created the category for IP-enabled PoE speakers with the introduction of STNET. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So, just take it back even a little bit further. SoundTube Entertainment, it's a company that kind of creates categories. We've done this 4 times now, and starting with the pendant category back in I think it was '96 or something, somewhere around there. We were the first company to do pendants, and it took other companies close to 15 years to finally realize that, hey, that's a real business, and now all of a sudden everybody's in it. And one of the things that happens, at trade shows now, we go to trade shows, we have all our pendants up. People come in, they look at them, and they go, "Hey, you guys make pendants also." Somehow we lost, we lost the battle of being identified with pendant speakers. So hopefully, with IP-enabled speakers, we'll be able to, retain that. We're still the dominant player in that category. We have way more models than anyone else in that category. But back in 2011, when we first started looking at the category, we decided that we would go with CobraNet as our transport, because at that time, there was more CobraNet installations than anything else. And we knew CobraNet was going away at that time, but we decided to go with it anyway and then see what other transport would be the most dominant one as time went on, and obviously Dante won that battle. Mm-hmm. So we changed our CobraNet to Dante, and we've been doing Dante IP-enabled speakers for 6 or 7 years now. Yeah, probably about 7 years now. And what's unique about what we do is it's all PoE powered. So all you really have to do is hook in an Ethernet cable with a switch that's got PoE, PoE plus, or we make a network switch with 40 watts of PoE, and you're off and running. Very easy.
And you mentioned, pendants, for example. Really, the STNET series has quite a diverse selection of different formats, doesn't it? Across different categories, whether it's in-wall, surface mount, in-ceiling pendants, sound bars, outdoor models, etc. And you mentioned, the Dante versions, also AES 67. Is that right?
Yes, all of ours are both Dante and AES 67 enabled. But yeah, we make PoE powered speakers in every category, from outdoor, indoor and outdoor surface mounts, ceiling speakers, pendants, sound bars. So we've really got a really broad selection.
It is incredibly broad, I have to agree. In terms of other differentiators, ways that you set yourself apart from others in the channel, whether it's ease of use or whether it's just finding a way to make integrators' lives easier, what would be another reason or another set of reasons why both end users and integrators would be thinking MSE Audio, SoundTube, these are who I want to go to for my application?
Well, in SoundTube, so we make everything we make that's IP enabled and PoE powered, we also make in a passive version. So if you need to mix and match, let's say, in a particular installation, everything across our line, depending on series, is tonally matched. So if you have a surface mount and an in-ceiling in the same room, just because the installation, only permits that, as you walk around the room, everything's going to still sound the same. So we've got a really broad range of products in both categories. And I think we're probably the only ones that have that right now.
And in terms of that breadth of your range, that enables you, I would think, and let me know if I'm wrong, to be applicable to a wide range of different verticals and applications. So everything from convention centers to shopping malls, hotels, education facilities. You really touch a whole lot of areas of the market, don't you?
Yeah, so SoundTube is part of a company that has 7 brands, and within those 7 brands, we cover everything from distributed home audio to high-end home theaters to commercial applications, restaurants, retail establishments, shopping malls, airports, hotels, you name it. So anything you need in speakers, with the exception of live sound, we make. And so it's really one-stop shop for anything you need.
Well, it's unsurprising then that we would immediately turn to you for this performance audio deep dive as a category leader, as someone with such a breadth of products touching so many vertical markets the Commercial Integrator focuses on. I really appreciate you amplifying that message and giving us even more insight here today. I really appreciate your time, Ken, and all the information you've shared.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate you having me, Dan, and come see us at InfoComm.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. I will be there. My name is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. So happy to have been joined by Ken Hecht, who is Vice President, Engineering and International Sales with MSE Audio. Please do, as I say, check out the Commercial Integrator Performance Audio Deep Dive throughout our website in May, and then the May issue of Commercial Integrator magazine, where you do have that really interesting sidebar from Ken and the MSE Audio team. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a great rest of the day.